My daddy once told me what a man ought to be. Something, 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 blah, 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 blah. Anyway, you find it on the road to El Dorado. Anyway, we got some cooking videos to get into today. We'll give everyone about another 40 seconds to come on in here. I'm sure most of you know Senator Lindsey Graham has died. And apparently he died of an aortic dissection. Whatever the fuck that is. The hell? Because he was only 71, and I know 71 is, you know, not a spring chicken, but with politicians and it being 2028, Jesus Christ, that ain't that fucking old. Although the less predictable reaction is why, I don't know. It's gonna be real interesting what I do when Bernie Sanders finally does the world a favor and dies. No, I'm just focusing more on the cooking channel. All right. Anyway, let's go to smoked moink balls, whatever the fuck that is. Mm-hmm. All right, so we got some burger. Got grated onion, eggs. Got diced up something. Seasoning. Looks like barbecue sauce. Looks like some hoagie rolls.
Jacob, Hugh, what's going on?
What's going on, man? I got some moink balls here that we're going to be doing. Yeah, so these are...
Moink.
What the hell are moink balls?
What?
Moink balls.
All right, editor.
Is that some animal that we're cutting the balls off of that's nearly extinct or something?
We're leaving it in. You can't say that. You know what I'm saying? All right, so anyway, we got some nice ground beef here. No, anyway, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, that's okay. Yeah, we got some...
I got nervous.
I got some 85-15 here, ground beef.
All right.
And we're going to make a standard issue meatball here.
Yeah.
And then we're going to wrap it in, you know, our favorite barbecue duct tape, bacon.
Get it?
You know, got some thin stuff too. We're not doing the thick cut because we want it to nicely rendered.
Not from anything I'm seeing.
On there. So, yeah, let's get to it.
What are you going to hear? This plane flying over.
Oh,
They're
jeez.
already taking pictures.
Hey, look at it. Everybody's hungry already. This is ridiculous. Come on.
I know.
Hey, I think that guy has the same beer as me. Can't tell if it's a Budweiser or not.
All right. So, yeah, we'll just pop that right on in there. And then,
What's that about?
almost 3 to 4 pounds right there. Yeah, relatively big pack there, so.
Want to lose weight without losing muscle? Factor got me there. I was tired of all the cutting and bulking cycles.
I'll do a couple eggs then. Let's actually do 3. We're gonna do 1 per pound about, you know? Got our eggs in there. Let's get some onion in there too. Yep, these are our Vidalias, one of my favorites.
The guy is like eating an apple.
Very much, man.
Very, very mild.
I know my grandfather, that's exactly what he used to do, man. Just eat them like an apple.
You get some of them Vidalias early spring.
Yeah.
Right? And you put it on some fresh garden tomatoes. 2 slices of bread, that's all I need.
Right?
There's nothing like tomato, onion, salad.
All right, so got a nice fancy grater here. And rather than dice the onion, I'm just gonna grate it. I think you've seen this technique before. We've done some meatloafs and whatnot at the pit. And this is pretty much the same thing, recipe-wise, you know. A ball of meatloaf. So right on down. Easy work out of that onion.
And that grater's about 80 years next door. Is that amazing?
That is amazing. That is amazing. All right, let's do some garlic. And this just helps get the skins off when you smash them down like that.
This is why I like my garlic. I don't gotta deal with this shit.
And just like that. All right. Can't ever have too much garlic, I feel like. And then I'm just gonna dice these up.
Oh, I can open up the lines anytime I want, sweetheart, but I choose not to. Namely, to just fuck with all of you. Several restaurants that you eat at use garlic, as Jake likes to call it. See, Jake's never actually been in a restaurant or behind the lines in a restaurant. They're not mincing garlic all the fucking time. Your lunch would take 3 hours.
Now, if you've never been to the pit before, this recipe here is one of, what is it, 1,500 or more.
Oh, jeez, yeah.
And so you'll have a lot of choice in barbecue and grilling. You gotta check us out. We've been around for almost 20 years.
And what do? They mince. Okay, let's say this is true. One, I've watched enough Kitchen Nightmares to notice there's no fucking garlic in the goddamn walk-in. Two, even if they did, he minced the garlic into a vat of olive oil, therefore making what he calls jarlic. You bloomin' fucking retard.
Several million followers and subs. And we love what we're doing.
All right, gonna add a little more liquid here. So we got some Worcestershire sauce. That enhances your beef flavor as well.
Not the one I buy.
Gives you a little umami.
And it is pronounced Worcestershire.
Worcestershire. Brand new KC.
This is the magic right here.
Go to your local retailer, check it out.
Good amount of that. Start with a little breadcrumbs. We can always add more. Just a little of that.
Just like a meatloaf. Oh, yeah.
And then a little splash of milk too. All right. Favorite.
And do you honestly think they make the goddamn garlic every day? No, of course they don't. Of course they don't. And I go through it so goddamn fast it doesn't matter.
Mixer here.
And again, I can kick Jake's ass on the pavement any fucking day. If we were ever in a blind tasting event like Tournament of Champions, I'd kick his ass any day of the week. Twice on Sunday.
Your hands.
Like, there's a reason he doesn't even cover me anymore.
Just got to get in there. There's the only way to do it. Can't do it any other way with this. Get that onion incorporated. Ooh.
Oh. It's time to get out of the bowl.
Well, we definitely want these to be moist.
Well, whatever. I talk about whatever the fuck I want, whenever the fuck I want to talk about it.
Oh, man.
There we go.
Give me a spoon.
Right?
And I go through garlic about every couple of days. Like, what are you talking about?
I can tell it's still a little wet, so we're going to end up adding some more breadcrumbs here. What I try to do is keep one wet hand, one dry hand, just in case you got to add more ingredients.
I don't know who the fuck Dark Side Phil is, nor do I care.
Put that again on the hands.
Gotta have a dry hand, man, you know? Have a wet hand and a dry hand. Oh, these are, moink balls. Yeah, yeah.
Boink.
Moink.
Okay, like the pig, but with an M.
That's right, that's right. A little more breadcrumb because they're still a little too moist.
Be fitting for the day.
Well, we hope they're moist. We don't want them dry.
No, yeah, we definitely don't want them dry. These are gotta be very...
I don't think anybody else does either.
It's hard to believe that in the middle of record inflation, Mint Mobile is actually lowering prices. Every plan.
Is Darkside Phil the guy that got caught jacking it on stream? Is that who we're talking about? Or is that somebody else? I've heard the name before. I will admit that, but I don't know who the fuck he is or what the fuck he acts about.
Even unlimited for
It's feeling good there. I think that looks good there, right? All right. So, gonna make some balls. All right. So, size-wise, we're looking at like 2-3 ounce. That's what we're gonna do rather than just eat these whole, which I'm sure we're gonna eat a few of these whole anyhow.
All right, let's just skip a little bit. How are they going to cook these? Because meatballs and... All right, let's say... Oh, okay, they're going to wrap them in bacon, so there's your pan.
Risk flaring up, so keep it away from the direct heat.
And that's kind of half-ass on it.
They will be perfect. All right.
Now, all of these guys are adults, so this is fine. But if you are having a whiskey barbecue sauce and children are involved, make sure you heat up the goddamn sauce. Don't worry, alcohol cooks off at a very low temperature and very quickly.
Right. What's that whiskey gonna do? What's it gonna do to that flavor? Sasha, what's that whiskey gonna do to that flavor?
All right, then this will burn it off.
I think we're gonna find out. We're gonna find out. That's about it.
Correct, and you're an idiot, Iron Gullet. And even I, as great as I am, can't fix stupid.
185 now. 185, yep. Okay. You get up there about 205, 203. Right. Smells great. Good.
All right, let's move on a little bit. What the hell are they making now?
So we're gonna glaze these. We're gonna use them in a sandwich as well. So
By the way, if you're gonna do a whiskey barbecue sauce, just get Jim Beam. It's way cheaper than Jack. With Jack, you're paying for the fucking name. And I know this because I could do a blindfold taste test of Jim Beam and Jack Daniels, and gun to my head, and they say, speak the difference, I'd say, tell my family I love them.
we got, you know, our world famous here.
Fine, when the top ranked.
Top ranked sauces.
For the quality of whiskey it is, and if you knew anything about whiskey, you'd understand this. For the quality of whiskey it is, it's way overpriced. Jim Beam and Jack Daniels taste the exact same fucking thing. Tastes exactly the same. Except one is $14 cheaper.
Nice good amount of that. And then we're going to sweeten it up with a little honey.
You're paying for the goddamn name. You're not paying for a unique flavor. You're not paying for a unique experience. You're literally paying for a goddamn name. Again, I defy anyone to blindfold themselves, take a shot of Jim Beam and a shot of Jack Daniels, and tell me which one is which.
And 100 proof, yeah. They get you tore up from the floor. Careful.
Well, I don't exactly buy the top tier shit for whiskey when I'm cooking with it. I mean, I can drink Jim Beam, I can drink Jack, but it ain't my preferred whiskey to drink. My preferred whiskey is Maker's Mark.
And then, got it, right?
Yep, absolutely.
Bingo. And then, the other one's for the pitmaster.
Yeah, exactly.
Bingo. All right, give this a stir. And then when we get closer to done on those balls, we're going to put this right on the heat and get it nice and hot.
And keep being a pretentious ginger cocksucker, Iron Gullet.
Oh, smell that whiskey. All right, just a couple of these are done. Still waiting for the bacon to render on a few of these. That one's done.
The whiskey equivalent to Natty Ice? That would be, I don't know, Old Crow.
All right, we're just gonna heat the sauce up.
Or whatever the cheapest, crappiest Canadian whiskey on the planet is.
Get right off here to the side, and we're gonna use that to glaze the balls and whatnot afterwards. And then, yeah, look at these, looking good. Just about done here, yeah. This guy's definitely done.
Oh, God, Black Velvet. There was a chick at a bar that I used to frequent. I'm going to finish this story when I get back. I got to pee. I'll be right back. Alright, of course the fucking mic decided to be a cunt about everything. Anyway, this particular bar that I would frequent every so often had a karaoke night, and this one chick, she wasn't unattractive or anything, but, and I never figured out why, because I was always with my friends, so, you know, she'd always sing this song, Black Velvet, If You Please. And I was like, does that bitch actually drink Black Velvet? Which is I think Black Velvet is a Canadian whiskey. I could be wrong on that, but it is dog shit. Like, if my choice of drink is bottled water and Black Velvet, I'm picking bottled water.
Do you know how amazing this razor is? In just 3 seconds, it can shave your beard smoother than your wife's skin, without leaving any dark spots. This razor, developed...
Okay, blah, 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 blah. Let's go to the ads.
Alright. Hopefully the grill's still got some heat. Alright.
All right. We got a hungry crew. Everybody's been working hard today. Look at this.
What you got? Oh, man.
Alright. So we're gonna pop a little green on some of these.
Look at you. You're chefing it out, bro.
Look at that. Little color there. Boom. And
Oh, he's going.
Of course he is. He's going in. Oh.
Yeah.
Alright, that's the end of that one. Alright, let's do sandwich slut.
You hungry? Want me to make you a sandwich?
Why are you molesting that poor bacon? This is the billionaire burger. Trust me, sweetie, if it really was a billionaire burger, you'd be on your knees sucking his dick while you're cooking it. Or at least jerking him off.
Perfect. Here you go.
Why am I living in the fridge? Is this some weird kinky game we're playing, or what? Anyway, next is this. Amazing meaty pasta from Chud's Barbecue.
Exceptional variety. Endless delight.
Welcome back to Chud's Barbecue. My name is Bradley Robinson, and today I'm going to show you how I made this. Beautiful, delicious, cheesy, meaty, scratch.
If I was given $100 to shave my beard off, would I take it? Yeah. Beards grow back.
Made amazing Italian sausage pizza. Coming up. This is some meat.
That's like saying, would I accept $25 million to fight the current heavyweight champion of the world in a boxing match? Of course I would. I'll go in, get my ass knocked out, and wake up richer. It's fine.
Pat it dry. And what I've got here is some chunks of some pork butt, as well as a little bit of pork belly, giving us about 5 pounds total with a pretty decent fat content, which should work out absolutely perfectly for what we're making today. And that's because today we're making an Italian sausage pizza. And generally speaking, as a surprise to no one, I like a meaty pizza, and most of the time I'm
I don't know
just a
how
straight
you're planning
pepperoni
to
guy.
send that.
Extra fat, I might throw some bacon on there as well. But another one of my absolute favorites is the Italian sausage pizza. You know, the flavors just work out so well together. You get that nice juicy bite of meaty sausage that's studded with fennel and herbs and other great flavors.
But hey, go for it.
They just pair absolutely perfectly with the tomato sauce and the mozzarella. And to be honest, I haven't had one in quite a while, so I think it's time we made one. So to get things started, I'm gonna get this meat cubed up, just little chunks that fit in the meat grinder a little bit easier. Same protocol for burgers or any other sausage we make on the channel. And just like that, all cubed up, nice little chunks. We got exactly 5 pounds of pork. So now I'm gonna park this in the freezer for the next 30, 45 minutes to get nice and cold. And when it comes to spices for our Italian sausage, I am super pumped to announce the all-new Chud's Barbecue Italian Sausage Mix. I've been wanting to put this one out for a while, folks, and I gotta tell you, it is absolutely fantastic. It's a little pizza guy right on there. And the reason I've been wanting to make this one for a long time is because, just like the breakfast sausage or the chorizo, you don't need to have all the sausage-making gear to use these. Simply buy some ground pork, pick up one of these packs, get it all mixed together, and you got some great loose sausage, make some patties with it, and it's a really great way to dip your toes in the sausage-making world without having to get a meat grinder and a stuffer and casings and all the skills that come along with it.
Oh, you'll send it to me after I've done it. Yeah, it don't work for me.
Sausage videos on this channel over the last 6 years or so. So if you don't want to pick this up, you can easily use one of my previous recipes, but this is definitely the most dialed in because we took all my other Italian sausage recipes, tested them out, tweaked them, did a lot of different test runs on these, and really got this dialed into where I think an Italian sausage needs to be. Now there is no binder in this one, so it can be used as a seasoning as well, making it a little more versatile.
I'm not going to do something unless I'm paid for it.
And there is a little bit of chili flake in there, but really not all that much. So this is more of a sweet or a mild Italian sausage. So if you want to make this spicy, simply add some red pepper flakes or some cayenne or something like that. Because like I say about a lot of our sausage mixes, they're starter packs. So you can really tweak it to anywhere you want to go, give it a taste, fry up a patty, and then tweak it from there. But this is a really great way to start. You know, it's got the salt content dialed. And as far as the Italian, it's got all the flavors you like. You know, it's got fennel, it's got garlic, it's got herbs, a little bit of brightness in there. And it just makes life super convenient. But alongside the Italian that we're coming out with, we also just dropped the all-new Chud's Barbecue Bratwurst as well, and this one is also super tasty. That one does have the binder in there, so it's got a little more volume to it. Highly recommend picking these up, folks, and thank you for supporting Team Chud. And now that the meat is nice and cold, through the old meat grinder we go. I got the coarse die on there today, but if you wanted a tighter fine grind, you could do that as well. I kind of like both for an Italian sausage, but we're gonna go for a coarse grind today, and we're gonna send it through one time. Beautiful, nice, clean grind on that. Looking good, looking nice and fatty. So now, simply enough, in we go with 1 packet of our Italian sausage seasoning mix. Because again, all of these packets we make are rated for exactly 5 pounds, which is a good sized batch to make for the backyard cook. You know, it's enough sausage to justify all the dishes, but still not too much work. And you can always double up, you know what I mean? And we're gonna start getting that mixed all around. God, that smells so good. Also going to go in with a little bit of water just to make this a little bit more tacky, a little bit more sticky, and help it kind of bind together a little bit more. And I've been going back and forth all day on whether or not I should throw a couple tablespoons of chili flakes into this now, because I do like a hot Italian sausage, but we can also just put chili flakes directly on the pizzas. So I think I'm going to leave this as is for the moment, but you can do whatever you like. Beautiful. After a nice thorough mix session, this sausage is looking great, smelling absolutely fantastic. All the spices are evenly distributed, and all that water has been worked in, and it's looking nice and tacky. So at this point, I'm going to take about half of this mix and set it aside. This will be our loose sausage that we put on top of our pizza. And the other half, I'm going to case up. So we have a couple different textures and options.
What's that say?
This is for real.
Your debt is completely wiped off.
I'm so blessed. Best choice in the world.
Here we go.
Going on with some natural hog casings today. 29 to 32 mil, standard size. Tie it off. Snip the tip. Now we're just gonna knock out some quick links.
Why do you always want to tickle the fucking casing's taint?
Twist. Nice and tight. Give it a twist. And repeat. And in no time at all linked up, looking absolutely beautiful, nice and plump, looking nice and fatty. Good amount of sausage for half a batch, honestly. But now I'm gonna park these in the fridge overnight to let all those spices hydrate, let that salt do its job, and let these dry out a little bit. So, time to put these to bed. This video is brought to you by Helix Sleep. Helix Sleep makes premium quality mattresses and bedding customized to fit your needs, conveniently shipped right to your door. Combining innovative technology and high quality materials to deliver both comfort and support. The Helix lineup offers over 20 unique mattresses. And after a shaggy dough ball has just come together, I'm gonna throw a towel over this and let it sit for about 10-15 minutes to let all that flour hydrate and autolyze for a little bit. This is gonna help with the gluten development and make it knead a little bit easier. So we'll check back in like 10-15. And after a little rest, now I'm gonna go in with the salt and some olive oil and get that kneading. A lot stretchier already. And now I'm gonna let this mix for about 10 minutes. And after a nice long knead for about 10-15 minutes, this is looking pretty smooth, but still a bit sticky. So now we're gonna pop a lid on this and bulk ferment this at room temp for the next hour or two, probably 2 hours. And every 30 minutes or so, come in, grab some, pinch it over, give it a few stretch and folds to help strengthen that gluten a little bit. Make sure we got a nice smooth pizza ball. And after 2 hours of rising and stretching and folding, this dough is looking very nice, feeling a lot less sticky and quite strong. So now, out it comes. But now I'm going to weigh this dough so we can divide it equally into 3 equal portions. Hit those with a little bit of flour and start forming them into some nice tight balls. All portioned out, I got these in some grease bowls covered in plastic wrap, and I'm going to park these in the fridge overnight or up to 3 days to develop flavor and relax a little bit. So I'll see you tomorrow. One overnight later. These sausages are looking absolutely beautiful, nice and plump, nicely dried out, and smelling very good. So now we can go ahead and get them all snipped apart. That's a good looking Italian sausage, nice and coarse, but let's get these cooked off. Boop. Gonna keep these on a wire rack to make sure they stay nice and clean. I've got the old pellet grill fired up to about 200 degrees for a relatively low and slow, somewhat gentle cook. That should give us some good smoke flavor and some good color while still cooking hot enough that this doesn't take forever, because I'm not trying to get these super smoky, but a little smoky flavor. Sounds pretty good to me. And as always, I've got this smoker loaded down with some smoking pecan shell pellets, my pellet of choice. They're made out of 100% pecan shells, meaning they're not only super sustainable, but they're also really flavorful, produce a lot of smoke.
Dude, do you make these pellets, or do you have stock at the company or something?
And they taste really good. I highly recommend it. You can check my link down below if you want to try these out for yourself. But for now, we're just going to let the smoke roll for the next probably hour or so to get these sausages cooked to an internal temperature of 150 degrees. Little over an hour later, and these weens are looking good. Looking nice and plump, nice and firm, and definitely got a little smoke flavor on there. So now off they come into an ice bath to rapidly cool them down. Oops. And after chilling in the ice bath for about 10-15 minutes, I pulled these out and gave them a good little wipe down because everybody loves a clean weenie. And now we've got ourselves Sausage Mountain. Beautiful. And to be completely honest with you, I had full intentions on finishing this video here at the house and cooking these pizzas on my Gosney Arc XL, but I just got word that there's a new toy down at the Chud shop, so I'm gonna go finish prepping down there.
What the hell is he doing? Okay, whole milk mozzarella is awesome.
Up next, let's knock out a quick pizza sauce. Starting with some crushed tomatoes, some kosher salt, little white sugar, oregano, granulated garlic, and some red pepper flakes.
Now, the sugar is actually optional. You might want to taste it before you add your sugar in, because the sugar is basically just there to counteract the tinniness of tomato sauce, excuse me, canned tomatoes.
Give that a quick little buzz.
And trust me, I use canned tomatoes all the fucking time.
Beautiful.
And every so often it goes from I need a pinch of sugar to I don't need a pinch of sugar. To every so often I need 2 pinches of sugar.
And at long last, I think it's time we built a pizza. Had this dough sitting out at room temp for the last hour or 2, so it should be ready to work with. But first we go down with some semolina flour and pop this out of here. A little semolina on top as well, and we'll start trying to build a pie. Start by forming that crust a little bit, and then start stretching it out. Just trying to stretch this as evenly as possible without having any thin spots. Still got a little bit of chill on it, but seems to be stretching out nicely. Believe it or not, I'm still really bad at this. And because we're making a relatively big pizza, I'm gonna bust out the old pizza screen, as I typically do, because it's a lot easier to launch. Dust that with a little semolina, and take our dough and go right over this thing. And the nice part about this screen is, 1, it's really easy to launch, but 2, you can make sure that your pizza is perfectly round and the same size, although certainly not the most authentic way.
So Phoenix says, I don't want to run out of water for the likes of you. I'm assuming she's talking about me. Phoenix, sweetheart, I don't know if anybody's told you this. The planet is 70% water. We ain't running out.
And once all stretched out, we can simply build it up by going down with a little bit of our sauce. Nice, even.
And rainwater is fresh water.
Spread all the way to the edges. Looking good to me. So now we'll go down with some of our full-fat, low-moisture mozzarella. Been a minute since I made a pizza.
Well, you can't drink seawater. Salted. I don't know why ocean water is salt water, but it is. But last I checked, rainwater is fresh water. Has to be cleaned, but we can just collect it.
Pizza. And then we'll go down with some chunks of our sausage. Just gonna make some little balls here, just kind of plop them all over the place. Going on raw. I suppose you could cook this a little bit first if you were.
Well, we do know how to desalinate water too, Iron Gullet. You're aware of that.
Nervous about it not cooking in your oven, but I think it's gonna be just fine. Just little pinches, kind of spacing them like I would with anything else, like pepperoni or something. That's looking like a good amount of meat to me, so now we're gonna go down with some of our little sliced up green bell peppers here. Because you gotta have your veggies, folks. Nick, is a green bell pepper a fruit? Followed by some thinly shaved red onion. I do love red onion on a pizza. Smelling good already. And to top it off, we'll go down with some crushed red pepper as well. A little extra cheese never hurt. Kind of fry in the sausage grease on top. And that is a pretty good looking pizza to me. So let's throw it on the old pit or pizza oven. And this is our new pizza oven. This is the Gosney Dome.
By the way, this isn't those aren't my words. Those are the words of Neil deGrasse Tyson. So unless you're going to call one of the smartest men on the planet a moron, shut the fuck up.
XL, and I gotta say, this thing is awesome. We literally just got it today, and it was a bear to put together because this thing is huge, but it's got a big, nice, wide opening, and it heats up incredibly quickly. We just turned it on, and within, like, I don't know, 20 minutes, it was already at like 900 degrees. So big thank you to Gosney, big shout out to them, because this thing is awesome. As soon as I saw it, I was like, I need that, because I like making big pizzas. And in the Arc XL and the Dome, it's very doable, but it's just difficult because not much cooking space. So very excited for the maiden voyage, but let's launch that pie. First launch. Oh, that is so easy. So much space. Again, that is a 16-inch pizza, and look how much room we've got. That is incredible. But got this on a low flame right now. We're hovering right under 600 degrees, which should work out for this semi-New York style dough. And now we're just gonna let it start bubbling up. Then maybe 30 seconds. Go ahead and give this a little rotate. And really, we're just trying to cook this until the bottom is set so we can get it off that screen as quickly as possible. That way we can toast up the bottom a little bit. But all this real estate, it's crazy. It's been a couple of minutes and we got some really nice puffage on this crust. So now I'm gonna try and see if I can get the screen out of here. Oh yeah, easy peasy. And now we're just gonna rotate and brown this until it is looking good. It's so nice having so much floor space in there because you can kind of move it around to different hot spots and make sure that everything is cooking up evenly. Maybe 5-minute cook total, but this thing is looking absolutely beautiful. Pretty good looking pizza, nice and melty, nice browning on that cheese. Sausage definitely looks fully cooked, and we got some really nice color on that crust. Undercarriage could use a little bit of work, but I might throw it back on for a minute after it's rested to crisp that up. But for the maiden voyage cook, pretty happy with how that went. But before we slice on in, let's go ahead and knock out another one.
Dental Life dog treats help clean teeth and freshen breath. Treat their teeth with Dental Life.
Have you ever wanted to see your home from space? With this free satellite Earth Maps tool, you can zoom right down to your...
Little bit of sauce. And for this one, I took some of the sausages that I smoked off earlier and sliced them with a knife as thinly as possible. So we'll go down with some little Italian sausage pepperoni things, because that sounds really good to me. That's a meaty pie. Go down with some of our capsicums, a little red onion, hint of chili flake, and a little more cheese on top. Beautiful.
Pie.
And now for launch number 2. Cooking at 7:15 at the moment, so a little bit hotter. This should be business as usual. With all this real estate, I definitely got to pick myself up an 18-inch screen because we can make some proper New Yorks in this bad boy. And just like that, pizza number 2 is done. Gotta say, folks, pretty pleased with how this one is looking. And fresh out of the oven, I'm gonna go down with a little freshly grated Parm, just for good measure. You know, you gotta have more cheese. Beautiful color on that. Underside, oh yeah, looking very nice. Gotta say, I'm really pleased with how that pizza oven cooked. Second pizza definitely came out a lot better than the first one. Got a little dark, but looking cheesy, looking meaty, and just all around great looking pizzas. Oh yeah, oh yeah. I threw this one on for another little bit because it got cold while I was making that one, so that's why the undercarriage looks a little bit better. I mean, they're cheesy, they're meaty, they're freshly made, and made easy. Let's dive in. You boys want to eat some pizza?
Hell yeah!
It is the all-new Chud's Barbecue Italian Sausage Pizza.
Who the hell is the guy in the blue shirt?
Been working on this one for a bit, but we haven't had it on pizza yet. So we got 2 kinds. We got coins and we got chunkage. I like the cook of the coins better, but I think I like the idea of chunkage better. But
Yeah.
I guess we're gonna find out.
I always go with the chunkage.
Dude, chunkage is old school, right?
Mm-hmm. Clinkies, a little floppy.
Yeah. Well, that's good.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's a juicy pizza right there.
Mm-hmm.
I love green peppers on pizza.
Mm-hmm.
That sauce has the perfect amount of sweetness to it.
Mm-hmm. Just the texture of that meat, it's so juicy. I was worried it was going to bleed out too much fat into the pizza, and it may have, but it's really good. Maybe that's explaining the flop factor we got going here. It's a lot of extra grease.
Honestly, it's not that greasy.
I like the appearance of both. Well, that tree bite, hell yeah.
What do you think of Italian?
Holy crap!
Did that sound demonic to anyone else?
A little.
Cyborg, how do we save Raven?
I don't think you can.
We don't even know where she is.
Right, never mind. Then where the hell was my family guy? Fuck it, whatever. We'll just do Arnie.
A magic trick. We're gonna make 1 salsa, and from that 1 salsa, we're gonna make 3 more. Now, I love all 4 of these salsas a ton. So in this video, I'm gonna share these 4 recipes with you. First, we're gonna make a salsa fresca. That's a fresh salsa, meaning we're only using raw, uncooked ingredients to make a delicious salsa. Next, we're gonna take that salsa fresca and cook it by pouring it into a pan with a little oil and frying it for a few minutes. This gives it a different, complex, and delicious flavor, and a different color too. It's the same salsa, but different. Now for the third salsa, we're gonna expand the second recipe a bit by dicing up some onion, fresh chopped cilantro, and aguacate cubes. This is an expanded salsa salsa if you want to go up a level and introduce some new texture and flavor to the bite. And finally, for salsa number 4, I'll show you how to emulsify it into a creamy and delicious salsa. This is super similar to how you might find it at taquerias. This technique completely transforms the flavor by adding a little more of that one ingredient, a little more oil. Buckle up, stay with me, and I'm going to show you how to make all 4 of these salsas in your own home. Vámonos! Now the first thing we're going to do is make salsa number 1. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to quarter these tomatoes up. Doesn't have to be perfect. We're going to take these and put them in our blender here. And you don't have to quarter them, but it lets the tomatoes stack down a little deeper. When you're making a big batch like this, it does help. Number 1. Number 2, the blender will start to blend it a little bit quicker. This is not a measurement exact. Friends, the more tomatoes you want to put in there, the better. The less tomatoes you want to put in, it's up to you. You can put as many or as little peppers that you want. This is a jalapeno pepper. I'm gonna cut these up, drop them in there too. We're gonna take red jalapenos and we're gonna throw these in here too. Whew, this is gonna be a full blender, friends. Gonna take 3 garlics, just give them a little quick smash like that. We need to put a little onion here, and I'm gonna go like a full half an onion. Okay, we're gonna cut the ends off. The rest of it looks good. And then we go. We're gonna use maybe about half of the top of this cilantro here. We're gonna get my blender. Today I have my Vitamix blender over here. Somebody asked me online, how many blenders do you have? Well, we kind of vary between 3 and 6 off and on over the last 3 years. I like a good fast blender. I like an efficient blender that does the job with a lot of power. This is that one. I like a smaller, medium-sized blender for our smoothies and some smaller batches of salsa. I prefer a glass blender. This one is not glass. I could not find a big glass blender like this. We're gonna drop a little bit more cilantro. This thing is plumb full. We might need to add a little bit of water here. Whoops, I almost forgot. We need to use about 2 teaspoons of salt, pepper, garlic. Y'all know I like a little peppery kick in my salsa, so we're gonna dump some of that in there. All right, here we go. Let's see if we can get this show on the road. Come on, baby. Okay, I'm gonna push some of this down because I don't want this salsa to be super fine. I want it to be a little chunky. I'm gonna use a little spoon here, push this stuff down. There we go, now we're talking.
I didn't think that Factor could help me reach my protein goals. Boy, was I wrong. Free high protein breakfast for a year? Yeah, that's real. Every meal's loaded, ready in minutes, and tastes unreal. I don't have to track macros.
All right, we're good. I think we're good.
If
I'd like
you
to
think
go ahead and
that
do a shameless
tastes
plug
unreal,
on Menu Cookbook.
you're
Arnie Tech,
full of shit.
over 100 recipes of Mexican-American cooking and Texas-style barbecue. You can find it in the description of this video. Click the link and you'll get your copy in summer, just a couple of months away. And we're gonna get our first batch of tortillas in here. And make sure you take your spider or whatever you're using and kind of stir them around a little bit. I'm gonna call these pretty close to done. In fact, I'm gonna call them done already. They're done. Whoop, don't fall off. And very quickly, while they still have a little bit of oil before they completely drain, and shake whatever seasoning you want to put on there, we're gonna put a little salt, pepper, and garlic on here. Gorgeous color. In Texas, we love pepper, and that's why I like to put salt, pepper, and garlic on my chips. Oh yeah, that's super, super good. Let's see where we're at on the salt and all that good stuff. I'm gonna use one of our freshly made totopos. Oh my gosh, this is so good. So now we're moving on to salsa number 2. So.
Okay. Well, this is where I'm going to end this particular stream. I may be back on later. I may not. I don't care. Good night, everybody.